T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone. Right now I'm reviewing Cyber Battalion, Jetfire, Cyber Battalion, Optimus Prime. These are on loan to me from my friend Extra Zero. Why I don't own them, you'll know in a moment. But anyway, don't you know how when you're younger and you're in the hospital sometimes, sick, and your grandma came with some gifts you probably just grabbed from the gift shop real quick. They're really junky, but you didn't know any better. You were happy because you're 6 years old. That's what these are. And right now, coincidentally, yes, they're in Walgreens. You can find them in Walgreens. I don't know if they're going to start being everywhere, but they're in Walgreens right now, which is sort of like a gift shop, pharmacy type place. But anywho, these things, what they basically are really cheap as they can get a Transformer while making the figure big at the exact same time. Here's a deluxe Transformer, and you see how big it is. This is about $10 cheaper than a Voyager class figure, but it's about the same size as a Voyager class figure. Here's Jetfire. It's decently detailed and painted on this jet mode, on this side of it anyway. There you go. I hope you can see his details a little bit better now. But it looks very reminiscent of Leader Class Generations Jetfire, just instead of having a big jet rocket pack on his back. And they do have 2 peg holes right there. Let's see. Yeah, you can get 5mm weapons right there. So that's cool. They just painted this detail right here. And of course, you can just change the logos and make this into a Seeker jet. So there you go, that. But like I said, cheap. This is what it looks like on the bottom. I'm not saying that Leader Class Jetfire looked much better, but you'll see when I get into robot mode. It does have this landing gear, and it has fake landing gear there. The landing gear can actually fold up. Optimus. He rolls. They actually painted his rims. Something they don't do for a lot of deluxe Transformers recently. And he has that bright window paint right there. They didn't paint the lights up here, but they at least painted this right there. So it's like they went all out mostly because they didn't paint that up. I didn't even realize that detail right there. But the vehicle modes, I think, probably have better paint than the robot mode. Transformation. I'm going to do Jetfire first. Basically, all you need to do is bend this nose cone down. It feels like it won't, but bend it all the way. Bend this down. Lift his little antenna up, and you're done there. Separate the arms from off of this peg right here by bringing this forward. And lift that up like that. Bend this up, and bend these down. These ratchet joints are way tighter than they have to be. Then we can go ahead and rotate these around. And meanwhile, detach this and peg this into there. Separate the legs and bring the feet down. Oh yeah, bring these wings down flat like that. So here you are, and you can see his Seeker mode right here. Even though he's not supposed to be a Seeker, I guess technically he would have been if he decided to be a Decepticon in the original series. He has no Autobot logo on the front here. He has them on the wings. But I'm used to seeing Jetfire with some type of Autobot logo on his cockpit somewhere. But since he's not really a Seeker, what you could do is go ahead and put these guns in the hand. And you can have handguns. Something weird about Jetfire's guns, when you put it all the way in his hand, they either aim this way, this is straight is right here. They're forced to be there or forced to be there. So there's something clicking, it's these little notches on there. So you can't really, you can't really hold the gun straight, which is weird. But why I say these aren't for me and why they are for 6 years olds, he does have articulation in the head. I am shocked about that. But the arms just rotate this way. They go out that way on this super strong ratchet that I showed you. He does have an elbow joint that bends more than 90 degrees. It's not double jointed. Besides that, he does have this leg articulation here. And his legs can kick back. And they're ratcheted forward. But not... Once you get here and go back, it's not ratcheted. That's weird. I've never experienced that. Hollowness. No knee joint at all. The foot can do this is for the transformation, but that can't really help him stand up. I mean, you could spread his legs out for a wider pose, but kicking forward, I mean, you could try to balance him, and he's balanced right there, but I don't know how much more money it would have cost to put a pin right there or a little cheap ratchet right there like they have right here. Oh, yeah, you probably would need a pin. Only thing that, for this being a kid's toy, only bad move they did was making this ratchet this tight right there, because look at that. Trying to bring that down. But for a little kid that's like 6 years old and younger, this is a nice size cheap transformer. It's not really even all that cheap. They're about the same price as a deluxe class figure, but your kid wants to feel special and be like the big boy, so it is big and it transforms, so it's bigger than a deluxe class figure. Deluxes cost more because they come with more and they have way more engineering than this. Now here's a huge afterthought that I don't even know if Zero thought about. Back here, he has these two notches. So I guess when they make this mold into the Seeker, which I know they're going to do, you'll probably have to have it here so the wings will be flared out like that. But I'm willing to bet for Jetfire, it's like this so the wings can be more compact. But huge afterthought, if they should have made these 5mm, because that's what I just tried out. If you could have put these guns into this hole right here, I mean, no, I can't even force it in there. He could have had the two guns sticking up on his back, and it would be sort of more reminiscent of his G1 or his generation self. I mean, we could fudge him into these wings right here, but they're not on the center of his back, so it doesn't look the same. But he's decent. He's cool. I like his color scheme, because Jetfire has always been a mostly white robot with some red accents here or there. So there's nothing wrong with the color scheme. And here is the face sculpt right there. I want to make sure I show that. They went with the faceplate version of his face instead of the Skyfire version of his face. So there you go with him. And Optimus Prime. Transformation. He's very similar to... He's a mix between the original G1 Optimus and Power Master Optimus. You have to open that up like G1, separate that like G1, bring the legs down this way like Power Master, and rotate. And lift the head up like Power Master, and just basically separate the legs. You don't have to do any more transforming down there in the legs, so he's a little more simpler than Jetfire, and unfortunately his articulation is a little more simpler. Unlike the original Power Master Optimus Prime, he can do something that figure couldn't do. The head can actually rotate. One advantage this guy has over him, he does have a waist. If you want to fudge it, you could give him an ab crunch right there, but it disembowels him, so there you go with that. His arms can't go out to the side, but they do go back like this, and they do rotate 360. He has 90-degree motion at the elbow, and the elbow rotates out. He unfortunately doesn't come with a gun, but he does use 5mm pegs, so if you have another transformer with 5mm peg guns, you could do that. Hips, same as Jetfire, except no ratcheting. motion. They ratchet outward for whatever reason. I don't ask me. As far as his coloration, what I'm not satisfied with is the thighs not being gray. Since it's all one piece, I guess that would have been taking a lot more paint than they wanted to shell out. I wish they could at least made this silver or something right there, this gas canister. Like maybe not painted the rims, even though that does look nicer for truck mode. And put some of that paint here. And here's what he looks like from the back. He is what he is. And let's compare him, both of them, to a Generations. And this is Titans Returns Megatron. Like I said, they are Voyager class height, but they lack all the engineering. And these Voyager class figures are $10 more than these Cyber Battalion folks right there. So if you have a kid that's under 6 years old, these are definitely easier for them to transform, 6 and younger. Or like you want to give your kid something that'll make them happy. These are fun enough for them. So I almost don't even feel right about actually reviewing them, giving you my opinion on them, but I have been doing that this whole time. They're basically for kids, so I'm not even going to be too harsh on them. And they do a good job. So if your kid isn't anal like I was when I was a kid, then they will be completely satisfied with these. Anyway, if you like this video, let me know in the comments. Let me know by pushing the like button. Let me know by you subscribing and sharing and all that good stuff right there. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos.